Let us solve a numerical problem on cournot equilibrium. The question is, in a cournot duopoly, two firms with identical cost functions, that is Ci is equal to 10 plus 2Qi, I is equal to 1 and 2, that means firm 1 and firm 2, faces an inverse demand curve, that is P is equal to 50 minus 2Q, P is the market price, Q is the total output in this duopoly, where Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2, that means output of firm 1 plus output of firm 2. We have to find out the equilibrium quantity and profits for the two firms. Okay, so first thing is, what we are being given, we are being given the market demand function, and let's write it here. P is equal to 50 minus Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2, so in place of I can write 2 Q1 minus 2 Q2. Simple thing. Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. In place of Q, I have written Q1 plus Q2. Okay. Cost function is being given, that is Ci is equal to 10 plus 2Qi. How do we solve this kind of question? First, we need to find out the reaction function of firm 1. Okay. So, reaction function of firm 1 is simply, how do we calculate the reaction function? First, we need to find out the total revenue for firm 1. That is, total revenue for firm 1 will be equal to P into Q1. Okay. So, P is this function, that is 50 minus 2Q1 minus 2Q2. To this we multiply Q1. So, this becomes 50 Q1 minus 2Q1 square minus 2Q2, sorry, 2Q2 into Q1. This is our total revenue function. Now we need to find out the marginal revenue of firm 1. Simply the partial derivative of total revenue function with respect to Q1. So derivative of Q1 is 1. So we are left here with 50 minus derivative of Q1 square is 2Q. So 2 into 2 is 4Q1. 4Q1 minus derivative of Q1 here is 1. So we are left with 2Q2. Okay. This is the marginal revenue function of firm 1. After that, we need to find out the total cost function of firm 1. That is simply equal to 10 plus 2. So this is the cost function, general cost function. So when I is equal to 1, so let's write it only C1. Okay, so cost function of firm 1 will be equal to C1. In place of I we have 1, 10 plus 2. Q in place of I, again we have 1. Then we need to find out the marginal cost function. Marginal cost function for firm 1 is simply the partial derivative of cost function with respect to Q1. Taking partial derivative with respect to Q1, derivative of Q1 is 1, derivative of constant is 0, so we are left with 2. After that, okay, equilibrium requires that we equate marginal revenue of firm 1 with its marginal cost of firm 1. Okay, so marginal revenue we calculated, it came out to be 50 minus 4Q1 minus 2Q2 is equal to marginal cost is 2. Let us solve it for for Q1. So let's transpose 4Q1 plus 2Q2 to RHS, it will become positive, and if I transpose it here, it will get subtracted, we will get 48. That means our 4Q1 will be equal to 48 minus 2Q2, which gives us Q1 will be equal to 48 divided by 4. So this is what we are doing here, we are dividing both sides by 4. So 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, minus, so 2 upon 4 is 1 upon 2 Q2. This is our reaction function of firm 1, what we also call the best response function of firm 1. That means output decision made by firm 1 when firm 2 has chosen to produce Q2 units of output. Okay, we know in cournot duopoly firms compete in terms of output. By the same logic, you can find out the reaction function of firm 2. Simple, what you have to do. First, you need to find out the total revenue for firm 2. From that, you will get the marginal revenue for firm 2. Also, total cost for firm 2 you will find out. And from that, you will get the marginal cost for firm 2. Then you will equate marginal revenue of firm 2 with marginal cost of firm 2. And then you solve for Q2. And you will get Q2 will be equal to, since the firms are identical, you will get Q2 will be equal to 12 minus 1 upon 2 Q1. Okay, this is the best response function of firm 2. This is the best response function of firm 1. We also call them the reaction function. Now to find the equilibrium quantity, we solve these two functions. Okay, let's write Q2. So Q2 will be equal to 12 minus 1 upon 2. In place of Q1, we insert this equation, that is, in place of Q1, we write 12 minus 1 upon 2 Q2. Solving. Okay, let me solve it here first, then I will rub it. So it will become 12 minus 12 upon 2 is 6. Minus into minus is plus, 1 upon 4 Q2. This is our Q2. So Q2 minus 1 upon 4 Q2 will be equal to 6, or this will become 3 by 4 Q2 is equal to 6, or Q2 will be equal to 6 into transposing 3 upon 4, it will become 4 upon 3. So this is 3 ones are, 3 twos are, so 2 fours are 8. So Q2 will be equal to 8. Okay, so solving this, you will get the value of Q2 is equal to 8. That means firm 2 will choose to produce 8 units. Since cost functions are same, okay, firm 1 will also choose to produce 8 units. And you can simply check this out. Simply plug the value of Q2 is equal to 8 in this function, and let us see it. Q1 will be equal to 12 minus 1 upon 2. In place of Q2, we have 8 here. So Q1 will be equal to 12 minus 2 ones are, 2 fours are. Again, you will get Q1 is equal to 8. Okay. So we got the equilibrium output decisions of firm 1 and firm 2nd. The question also tells us to find out the profits for each firm. Profits will be identical also. Okay. Since they have the same total cost functions. How do we find the total profit for firm 1? Simply, we know that profit for firm 1 will be equal to P into Q. That means total revenue minus total cost. And let me write it here first. So profit for firm 1 will be equal to total revenue of firm 1 minus total cost of firm 1. Total revenue is simply P into Q1 minus total cost of firm 1 is being given as minus 10 minus 2 Q1. Okay. Here we need to find out first the value of price. What will be the price? Price will be equal to, so our price function is this. So we have 50 minus 2 in place of Q1. The value of Q1 we got 8 minus we have 2 Q2. So 2 again in place of Q2 we have 8. So this is ortho shara. Shara get doidru. That means P will be equal to 18. I guess it is 18. That means our P is equal to 18. Then profit for firm 1 will be equal to, so in place of P we have 18. Output of firm 1 is Q1 is 8 minus 10 minus 2. In place of Q1 we have again 8. This is the profit of firm 1. So this is 8 8s are 64, 8 ones are 8. Now this is 144 minus 10 minus 2 8s are 16. So Sharada Geshatu 144 minus 26. So we will get here 8 Okay, so again we have tren is the arc. That means profit for firm 1 will be equal to 118. Symmetrically, profit for firm 2 will also be equal to 118. And you can check it out. How do you check? Simply, you will write profit for firm 2 will be equal to total revenue of firm 2. To this, you will subtract the total cost of firm 2. Okay. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you.